Good morning, everyone, and hello from Maui. I am on a different island today and in my hotel room. Really excited to spend some time with you today. And I want to thank you all for being here. Uh, a shout out to Odette. Happy birthday to you. Glad you could make it today. Odette is has gone one more time around the sun and has decided to spend time with us on her birthday. So that's really incredible. Thank you for doing that. I have one announcement for you. So, this Friday is the third Friday of the month, and it is our day for healing session. So, if you are interested in a healing session, it is for the public, no charge. Just show up at the same time, 7 a.m. Hawaii time, same link here where we are right now and you can be part of that. Generally, the healing sessions are 100% breath practice. There's very little talk other than that. And I'm excited to share with you this week new breath practice. So, for those of you who really like the breath practice, you get a lot of value out of it. Come on, Friday, same link, join us there for the healing session. The other announcement is that in November, I will be traveling and there will be no channeling sessions for 2 weeks during the time that I am at the Dr. Joe Dispenza retreat in Cancun, Mexico. And some of you will be there with me. Excited to do that. And it's possible there will be a recording one of those days or both of those days. So I'll let you know, but they will not be live sessions, and there will be probably some special things that'll come following the retreat, as you can imagine. Lots of magic happens at the Joe Dispenza retreats. So I look forward to sharing all of that with you. So those are the only two announcements for today. I see some things popping up in the chat. I'm going to go ahead and take a look. As you know, in the chat is the disclaimer. So if you would please check that out, know that you are here at will, and that by staying, you're agreeing to the disclaimer in the chat. And if at any time you feel uncomfortable, you can, of course, hop off the call. Not a problem. Just stop the Zoom. All right. So we have some amazing questions for today. I'm looking forward to hearing what the blue healers and any other extra dimensional beings have to offer today. A new group came last week, so we'll see if they show up again. And if so, we'll have a little chat with them and see how it's going. Very curious to introduce new groups that show up in this space. All right. And that's all the announcements for today. Go ahead and let's start with eyes closed. We'll just begin to tap into your natural breathing and beginning to scan the body. So, for those of you who are new to the space, maybe new to channeling in general, all we're doing right now is just getting a baseline for today. Because often during the course of these sessions, you'll create a lot more space, joy, expansion within you, and it's nice to know where you started. So, as you just do your natural breathing, checking in with all the tiny muscles in the body, around the head, the face, and the neck, and work your way down. How's everything feeling today? Are you clenching your teeth? Are you squeezing your toes? What's happening with your arms, your hands? Where do you feel tension? In the torso? Maybe in the belly area? And as you scan the body, allow the breath, the in breath, to breathe more space into areas of tension, allowing areas of tension to dissolve with the in breath. And checking in with the hips, the legs, all the way down to the feet. Checking in with your emotions. What are you feeling today? For some of you, it's midday, and for others, it's evening. And maybe for some of you, it's the middle of the night. Do you have thoughts going on from the day? Allow the breath to create space there as well. Are you already thinking about and planning what you'll do after this experience? If so, allow the breath to dissolve and breathe space into your future thoughts so that you can relax into this moment. And as you breathe in space, you breathe out love and connection because space is love and connection within you. So breathing in, dissolving, and exhaling love and connection. The Pleiadian collective has arrived. The Arcturians and Andromedans, 12th dimensional beings, violet beings, and the blue healers have arrived in the space. As you are breathing in this natural cycle, begin to notice how much breath you can draw in at any time, and allow yourself to deepen your breath. Perhaps you're breathing in and counting. Maybe it is 5 seconds or perhaps 7. As you breathe in deeply, it is not so much about the number, it is more about the volume. How much space can you allow within you with your breath? And how much can you release into the universe around you, love and connection? And as you breathe, allow the body a slight movement. Notice that breath itself actually is a movement. Humans have so easily allowed themselves to become so very still. However, the breath is a little like the waves in the ocean. There is movement to the breath, and so allowing yourself a gentle sway is perfectly normal. And so now, as you allow yourselves a gentle sway with the breath, sense how your body begins to release energies that are maybe not moving yet in your body. So, those areas of tension that are pervasive and keep returning, the gentle sway of your body with the breath allows those energies to move as well. More notably, humans have a lot of energy in the brain and in the mind. These energies of thoughts that get trapped in loops within the mind can also be moved slightly with the breath, with a gentle sway of the body, and with the recognition that your thoughts are completely useless. Human thoughts are merely part of the game. They are a tool that you use, much like a pencil or a computer. It is a tool. And so as you breathe, allow the tool of your mind to become a little bit less active. Allow the tool of your body, the vessel in which you are producing activity, allow the gentle sway to begin to dissolve the body itself within the breath. And now, in this natural breath, give your attention to the eighth energy center above your head. It is like a sphere of light above your head. Notice that it is a specific size for you. However, you can expand or contract the eighth energy center at will. And by doing so, you see that it breathes with you. And from the eighth energy center, your next in breath is a spiral from 8 to 1, and you release from 1 to 8, continuing this breath from 8 to 1 and 1 to 8 at your own pace. Allow the in breath to bring information from the eighth energy center into the nervous system of the body. As you use this breath technique to draw information in, then allow the exhale to release energy from 1 to 8. And your body continues to undulate gently with the movement of the breath. And you continue from 8 to 1 and 1 to 8. And on your next in breath, 8 to 2, and then release 2 to 8, and 8 to 3, 3 to 8, 8 to 4, and 4 to 8, 8 to 5, and 5 to 8, 8 to 6, and 6 to 8, 8 to 7, and 7 to 8, and 8 to 1, and 1 to 8. Resuming your natural breathing. And when you are ready, we will begin with your first question.
Thank you. The first question comes from Ursula. Must we actively protect our energy and aura? If so, must we do it all of the time? Only when entering crowds? Before sleeping? Or is it enough to just be in a positive and loving state? Thank you.
How exhausting it would be to have to protect your energy in every moment. Your consciousness and awareness would be endlessly on your 3D experience. If that were necessary, you would never have the opportunity to experience extra dimensional communication. And so we ask you, what would perpetuate the need for such fear in your life? This is a question for all of you, particularly those of you who are in an adversarial relationship with the energies of the world, where you feel it is a battle rather than a collaboration. There are energetic frequencies that will connect you with your heart. And it is important for you to focus on expansion and connection rather than contraction and combative experiences of being on guard all the time from energies that you perceive to be outside of yourself. Instead, begin to understand more of how the energies within you attract everything around you. There is, quite simply, nothing in the universe that is trying to get you. That is a human construct based in fear and survival. There is also the concept of humans having multiple lifetimes and vibrational frequencies of trauma from this lifetime and previous lifetimes. And therefore, many of you have vibrational frequencies within you that exist at a lower level, whereby you will invariably attract those energies outside of you. From a 3D perspective, it may be a bad relationship, a traumatic experience, some type of intervention in the 3D world that will simply be a communication that you have information within you that is trying to be heard. So, for example, illness or maybe an accident of some kind. And when this information comes to you in a vibrational pattern or frequency of an experience, simply begin to listen to the voice within you. What is this experience saying to you? Why is it that you maybe have this illness, or this accident, or this challenging relationship? All you can do in this type of situation, where lower vibrational frequencies begin to be part of your 3D world, all you can really do is listen within to the voice within you of your own self, of your own heart. It is telling you the vibrational frequency of love and connection is some place where you can put your focus at this time. It is a reminder. We also are aware that many of your kind have trauma experiences that live within you, within your cells, within your DNA. And it takes a little bit of an effort for humans to release these habits and patterns and the vibrational frequency that is associated with something to do with trauma. However, humans sometimes spend more time than is necessary on trying to figure out what is happening and why. And then the brain gets too far involved, as we explained in the breath practice. And we sensed this question coming, is there is a little bit of an overuse of the thought processes within the human mind. It is both a gift and a challenge because many of your kind get trapped in the thought process of attempting to figure things out. Humans instead would do well with a little bit more time in the thoughtless state of being, where meditation or breath practice is a place where you let go of the thoughts just for the time being, and then you learn to dance in between those worlds. The 3D need for accomplishing tasks and getting things done, and using your thoughts to solve problems. And then the other part of who you are becoming, where the vibrational frequency of love and connection, and we assure you, the vibrational frequency of love and connection is far higher vibrational frequency. Of course, these are your definitions, not ours. Higher vibrational frequency of love and connection is something that you would describe to be greater than your thoughts. That does not diminish the thought process in any way. It is simply to say that you have a little bit more reliance on the 3D experience when you are constantly living in your thoughts. Bringing this back to the original question, where you asked about protecting your energy. And that is, what is happening for you when you feel you have to protect your energy? What does that even mean? Everything is a vibrational frequency. And if a lower vibrational frequency is activating itself within you, rejoice. Think of it this way: you are having an experience of some kind, and you are now aware of it. And if it is that this lower vibrational frequency creates illness within you, rejoice. Say to yourself, I am being told something, and I actually can feel it, sense it, pay attention to it. Take a moment and look outside in your world to the innumerable humans who are vibrating at a lower frequency of whatever that might be: suffering, trauma, struggle, unconsciousness. They completely lack the ability to rejoice in the knowing that something is speaking to them. Instead, they may act out or act through situations in 3D, not knowing. So, the gift for each of you, simply being in this space, is that your thoughts, your awareness of vibrational frequencies, are a gift. Use it as such and say to yourself, today, I feel that this vibrational frequency has attached itself to me, and have a little bit of a moment where you rejoice and say, but I know that it is there. That gives me an opportunity to focus instead on love and connection in my heart. It is not about fighting something outside of you. It is not about fighting something within you. Fighting anything is the exact opposite of love and connection. So use your awareness today to say to yourself, what if I did not have to protect myself in every moment from energetic or 3D experiences? What would my life be like then? When you can answer this question honestly within yourself, you may find that you have more space within your body, within your cells. You may feel more of a sense of wellness, and you also will feel more of a sense of love. We will take your next question.
Thank you. Mary asked, Dearest Jen, Blue Healers, and the multitude of interdimensional beings that grace us with your presence, thank you for the untold wealth of knowledge that you pass on to us each week. My question relates to our beloved Nick, the Shetland pony that I spoke about at the pet parent session. I have acted on your wonderful advice. Nick did turn a corner for a time, We prioritize his gut health as well as his metabolic health. However, again, he's not doing well. He is having a lot of difficult walking and is needing to lay down a lot. Is it time to stop the nature path and natural remedies and call in a vet? I want him to be happy and well. Thank you with love and gratitude.
Nick has already called in a new contract, and this means that you have a choice to make. The angelic beings are in the space, and they are watching over him. And why it is that he has a connection to this angelic group is not known. It is just that the moment your question was spoken, they arrived. And so it is now for you, and only you can know, by your communication with Nick, what the next step is. Just know that the angelic beings are already within his sphere of energy, and that they are going to assist his transition when the time comes. However, there are always relationships between humans and their animals. And so it is for you within your heart to now understand the best course of action. Perhaps it is time now for you to speak directly to him and to find out what his needs are in this moment. Thank you for your beautiful question. And we will take the next.
Thank you. Do you have a message for me with regards to the next steps in life, relationship, health? Thank you, Anastasia.
Anastasia, this is a question that all humans like to ask us. It is the number one question we receive in your meditations, prayers, and communications to us. And as you know, we are a species that believes in empowerment for humans. Therefore, while we can give you suggestions, it is ultimately for each of you to make choices for your own lives. And so, this very general question is curious for us. Why is it so general and not a little bit more specific? There are myriad answers to this. If you can, if you think about it, in every moment, everything is changing within you. Your cells are replicating. Your body is shifting. You are undergoing what humans often describe as an aging process. And so now you say, do we have any messages for you? And here's the message we have. Breathe more love into your heart, more connection into the energy centers of your body. Do the breath practice as often as possible, meaning make it become a habit so that you do not have to think about it happening at all. Listen to beautiful music that inspires your heart. Dance more, have more fun, experience life from a state of joy. Give up the arguments and give up the fights. Leave relationships that are no longer serving you. Understand that it is okay to love everyone, even the people who have differences from you. It is okay to let things go. It is okay to choose things that will help your heart sing. It is okay to eat the cake, to have the coffee, to drink the delicious water that you prefer. It's okay to make a lot of money. It's okay for you to be highly abundant in all ways in your world. So when you ask general questions, our answer to you is always going to be breathe more love into your heart. Expand the cells within you so there's more space. Bring more love and connection to your brain, your heart, and your belly. Understand yourself more and more so that you can be more compassionate and loving with others. And do this and do all things from a sense of connection to your heart. You are not a selfish being by making choices that make your heart sing. Instead, you are a leader, a guide for others to do the same. The more love and connection you have within you, the more love and connection you will have with others, and the more opportunities they will have to live in love and connection themselves. It is our desire as we look down at humanity from where we are positioned above the earth, that it will spread like wildfire, that it will spread like a network of electricity across the planet, love, connection, and being in a state of coherence. So we hope this answers your question, for this is the only message we have for all of you. Bring more love and connection into your hearts. Not only do you need it, does humanity need it, but your entire planet needs it as well. We will take the next question.
Dear Blue Healers and all other extra dimensional amazing beings present in this space, can you teach us a breath work to facilitate the awakening and rising of the Kundalini energy? Thank you, Laura.
We would be happy to do this, Laura, but we would like to also ask that you eliminate the need for a definition. If the word Kundalini is useful to you, continue to do so. However, there are other traditions or perhaps people who simply do not know what that means. What you are asking is for the energy in the body to be a little more fluid between the lowest energy center that you can perceive and the highest energy center above you. And so this is very easily done by the heart breath, as we did earlier in this session, where you breathe in from 8 to 1, 1 to 8, and then you take the breath to 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then back from 8 to 1. Once you are finished with that cycle, you will breathe from 8 to 1 and 1 to 9. If you are unfamiliar with 9, we simply would call it the quantum field. When you activate 9, you then can breathe from 9 down to 0. 0 is also the quantum field. It is beneath energy center 1. And then you breathe from 0 to 9 until the entire body dissolves. It is a simple breath practice, but it allows the energy to rise up from the base of the spine, up, past, and through the head. This breath will also, as with that term that you mentioned, allow the basic energy centers that humans are most familiar with, from 1 to 8, to activate in a way that allows the energy better flow throughout the body. This also will assist lower vibrational frequencies within the body to rise up to higher vibrational frequencies of love and connection. And so let us do this breath together. Please close your eyes. Allow your body to relax and focus on the 8th energy center. With your natural breathing, be sure that you are relaxing your lungs, your facial muscles, your neck, your shoulders, allowing the belly to relax as well. How quickly humans tense up, we find that very interesting. And so, with your intention and attention on the 8th energy center, breathe in from 8 to 1 in a spiral and release 1 to 8. Breathe in from 8 to 2 in a spiral, seeing the spiral as your two strands of DNA in your mind's eye around the spine. Release from 2 to 8. Breathe in from 8 to 3 in a spiral. Release 3 to 8. Breathe in 8 to 4 in a spiral. Release 4 to 8. Breathe in 8 to 5. Release 5 to 8. Breathe in 8 to 6. Release 6 to 8. Breathe in 8 to 7. Release 7 to 8. Breathe in 8 to 1 in a spiral. Release 1 to 9. Breathe in 9 to 0 in a spiral. Release 0 to 9. Breathe in 9 to 0, activating the quantum tunnel within your spine. Release 0 to 9, activating 12-strand DNA. Breathe in 9 to 0. Release 0 to 9. Breathe in 9 to 0. Release 0 to 9. Breathe in 9 to 0. Release 0 to 9. Breathe in 9 to 0. Release 0 to 9. Breathe in 9 to 0. Release 0 to 9. Breathe in 9 to 0. Release 0 to 9. Breathe in 9 to 0. Release 0 to 9. Breathe in 9 to 0. Release 0 to 9. And resume your natural breathing. Perhaps you will continue that breath on your own. Notice the space within you that you have created. Notice that you have freed up the energy in your energy centers. And as you continue to breathe, lift your chin slightly, allowing the fifth energy center a little bit of space. The Pleiadian and Andromedan groups in this space each have messages for you. The Pleiadians say it is a great time of abundance for those with awareness, and that as you do this breath, you can release your intention through the fifth energy center, as you are doing right now. You do the breath practice, you create space within you, connecting your brain, your heart, and your belly, and then you tip the chin, allowing the intention of your desire to release from the fifth energy center. Keep it very simple. It could be just the word abundance. It could just be the word love. Whatever it is, keep it simple. This is an addition to allowing the energy flow more freely in your body with the breath practice itself. The Andromedan group states that it is also a time of great love and that relationships will be changing within the next few months for many in the human collective. This means that relationships will begin to transform, and you may find that new relationships come into your life and some relationships fall away. Be in a state of great love with either transition. And they also recommend to avoid questioning yourself, to choose the path where the heart expansion is most evident. In doing so, you are freeing up the collective of humanity as well. And the final note from the Andromedan group is freedom. You seek freedom. So when freedom is present in your life, embrace it instead of avoiding it. So many of your kind choose to avoid freedom, even when they ask for it. So when freedom is given to you, take it and embrace it and enjoy it. The only form of freedom that you can embrace is the one that you believe in. And so you must believe in freedom from whatever it is that feels limiting for you. Once you embrace the possibility of freedom, you can have it. So allow yourself increased freedom in every way possible. Small ways may begin first, and then larger forms of freedom come next. And these are the messages from the Pleiadians and the Andromedans. We are available for more questions.
Thank you. How can we as adults help highly sensitive teenagers to navigate social interactions? And do you have any advice for my teenage daughter specifically? Thank you, Melissa.
Adolescents on your planet are very different from you, meaning any adult who has an adolescent child or who is old enough to have an adolescent child, or really any child, it is completely different from when you were young. The most important thing for humans to do at this time is to redefine childhood experiences, to redefine adolescent experiences and behavior. Too frequently, humans transition far more slowly than they then would best serve the children being born on your planet in more recent years. What this means is that adults are reluctant to see adolescent experiences or childhood experiences for what they are, instead of what they remember and what they choose to believe. It is also a bit of a challenge for parents to support and allow their children to exist in a whole new way because it is easier to adhere to societal norms. Your children, if you are in this space, are likely slightly different from how you were as a child. And if they are similar to how you were as a child, there is more to it than that. And so now you are faced with, how do I best support a child or an adolescent in this experience? Education is certainly one way, but think of how you are educating your children. What are you teaching your children? What are your children learning? Are they in a learning environment that allows them to remain firmly in the collective belief that extraordinary abilities within children don't exist? Education systems often do not support children with extraordinary abilities. And if you are in this space, it is highly likely that your children have extraordinary abilities, and perhaps they've already been taught out of them, which is perfectly fine. They do not go away, they simply remain asleep. And so raising adolescents in the human world looks as if many parents choose to create it into a struggle. Our perception is that children in the human world are often kept far too busy. They are not given enough time to dream, to create, to become who they are going to become. Instead, they are bogged down with far too many hours of instruction, far too many activities after school, far too much thought on how will they get into certain educational systems that will further allow them to remain in the boxes of humanity as they have been created through many generations. And so, even small experiences outside of the limited education system can awaken within them the vibrational frequency of connection and love. From our perception, there are opportunities for your children at any age, even if they are much older than you think childhood should be. There are opportunities for you to illuminate the spaces within them so that they can become a little bit more adept at perceiving within themselves and connecting to their hearts in a different type of way. Only you can know, because this is a collaborative experience. It is the reason you have selected this child to become part of your family. It is the reason that your child selected you as a parent. And so the two of you are now in a collaborative dance of creation and expansion, and also of dissolving habits, patterns, and frequencies that have come through the lineage that limit the experience a child, an adolescent, or an adult can have in the human world. You know the answers to all of these questions for those of you who are parents. The only conflict within you arises from attempting to somehow fit into societal norms. What if you gave that up and didn't care what the neighbors thought? What if you gave up the fight within yourself and stopped caring about the educational system and its constructs that are extremely limiting? And yes, we hear the noise of your thoughts, but I have a job. How will I do this? When will it work out? How do I change things? Have I done something wrong by putting my kid in soccer? We hear all of your thoughts. And there you are in conflict and beating yourself up for choices that you have made, for maybe thinking you've done it wrong. Let go of the argument within you. Instead, tap into the voice within you that is connected to your heart and say to that part of yourself, it is counterproductive for me to fight whatever is going on within me. It is counterproductive to fight the education system, to fight the soccer coach, to get back in the car one more time, to drive miles to take my kid to a faraway school, because education is something that will allow them to get into the college that I perceive to be most important for them. Who is talking here? Are you doing what your child requires? Are you doing what you think is best based on the constructs of the past? Maybe you are doing the right thing by driving the miles to the school that's far away for the college that is not coming for a number of years. Only you can know. If it brings your heart more love and connection, you are making the right choice for your child. If there is any struggle, if there is any difficulty, if there is any challenge in your heart for the experience, the recommendation we have for you is to sit quietly, to find within you the love and connection in your heart, to find within you the love and connection between your heart and your child's heart, and to make a choice. Make a choice that's going to make that connection stronger and more beautiful. And then you will be in better communication with your child. We hear the effort and struggle within your minds. We hear the effort and struggle within your thoughts. It makes this conversation very interesting for us because you are actively fighting everything that we are saying. Why would you do that? Instead, simply breathe. Allow your body to relax. Focus on creating space within you. Let go of the need to fix or change or to somehow figure it all out. And yes, we hear you. We hear your thoughts of how you have messed up along the way. There's no wrong way to do life. You simply are making choices. Think of it this way. One day you go into a coffee shop and you order something, and the coffee is terrible. You have a choice to force yourself to drink it because you paid a certain amount of money and you need the coffee to fuel you. Or you can drop the terrible coffee into the trash can and move on. Get another cup, drink something else, skip it altogether, find a vending machine. You have so many options, but instead, so many of you will fight and struggle with a cup of coffee that tastes terrible. You won't throw it away. You'll fight yourself over the pennies that you have spent on it. It is the same with every decision you make. When there is dissonance, discord, lack of harmony within you, about choices you make with your children, it will invariably create more challenges for you all around. So remind yourself again that the choices you make with your children are no less important than the cup of coffee. You don't throw away your children, however. Instead, you find other ways to love and connect with them. It is for you to decide what is best for the children that have come to you. What a beautiful experience you have created. Now create more love within you. Drop the idea that you have to do it a certain way. Drop the struggle. Love them when they are extremely annoying. Love them when they are struggling. And do not attempt to fix their lives. Instead, bring more love. Instead, bring more connection. Instead, help them up when they fall down. Give them other options. Take them to faraway places. Allow the stories of the world in your travels to change them in ways that your words can't do it. But do not make experiences into a forced experience for them. Give them choices and make boundaries, and sometimes they will have to do exactly what you say. Yet sometimes there will be flexibility for you to alter the schedule, to add things that draw their heart out and open a little bit more. You know how to do this because if you are a parent, you have been given the instructions on how to do it. It's within your heart. We will take the next question.
Thank you. We are at the top of the hour. Would you like another question or pause here?
We will take one additional question.
Katie asked, what are your thoughts on 3-eye atlas? Comet or ship? Also, if ship, what are its intentions? Thank you.
This is a ship, and its intentions are not yet available to us. There are many explorers, however, in the universe, and your Earth is interesting. It is interesting in a way that other planets similar to yours are also interesting. Just as you travel to other places looking for information about the world, so too will other dimensional beings be interested in Earth. Again, our recommendation, as always, is to stay in a place of connection within the heart. If there is enough conflict on the human world, the human race will produce conflict. So keep that in mind and allow everything in your heart to be from a place of love and connection. We will come back to you with more information about this ship at another time, but it will take us a little bit of space to connect in with the information there because there are rules around communications between the extra dimensional beings. It is as if we are putting out a call and waiting for them to pick up. They can possibly speak to us if they desire, but they may also choose not to, just as you have choices in your world. Which calls do you take and which calls do you decline? If we receive more information, we will bring it to you another time. And we thank you for your connection. This concludes transmissions today. The Andromedans, Pleiadians, Arcturians, 12th dimensional beings, violet people, all are receding from the space. We, the blue healers, are grateful for the connection you bring and the questions that you ask. Know that we are always available to answer your questions during meditations or quiet moments. Remember that the response will come in the pause after the question. As you hone your ability to receive messages vibrationally from us, Your sensory perception will be heightened. Know that each human has a way of perceiving our vibrational frequencies. It could be through any of your senses. And be aware that you are evolving your ability to sense and perceive our communications to you. Again, we thank you for your time, for your diligence in this space, for your patience, and for bringing your loving hearts into a greater state of coherence. And now, we, the blue healers, will recede from the space. All right. I want to thank you all so much for being here today. Sending out lots of love from Maui, Hawaii. And please continue to put your questions in the chat space and Telegram. It's really great hearing the answers. And Friday, healing session, 7 a.m. Hawaii time. Look forward to seeing you all there. Thank you. Thank you.